Hello, everybody out here on YouTube. Is it recording? Okay. Yeah, I think I see the record button there going. Anyhow, sitting here today enjoying my Coke from McDonald's. So that's a rare treat for me. I wanted to talk today about the Navage. I know I have mentioned it a gazillion times out here on my channel. I will say this. This is the third or fourth. It could be the fourth. I think it may be the third. Okay. It's either the third or the fourth one that I have bought. Okay. And the reason I did that is because initially the first one that I had bought originally, I felt that it worked okay, but it wasn't powerful enough. And I thought, over the years that possibly the product would be, it'd be perfection. You know what I mean? It would be perfected. It would be better, improvement. That's what I'm looking for. Sometimes the mind searches for those correct words, and it's like, yeah. Okay. So I had hoped that it had been improved upon. Okay. And I didn't feel the suction power was powerful enough. Now, I will say this. I will tell you this. This is my advice. If you feel like that it's not enough suction power, because you possibly might have nasal polyps, which I highly suspect I have nasal polyps somewhere up in my nose somewhere. So the suctioning power and nasal polyps probably don't mix very well. But you guys know I had a failed sinus surgery a few years ago, an epic fail. And for me personally, I decided that I was not going to jump into any more surgery. Once was enough for me. It failed. Who's to say another sinus surgery would be a success? So I probably, like I said, probably have some nasty polyps up there somewhere. So, but anyhow, my advice, if you feel there's not enough suction power, I will say that the batteries that come with the unit are definitely puny. They're definitely weak. They're not powerful enough at all. I definitely recommend for you to go ahead and buy new batteries, switch those out. And Duracell and Energizer batteries, either one, work very well. The Duracell and the Energizers work very well in comparison to the offbeat brand of batteries that come with the unit. So that did help. But like I said, the first unit still was not powerful enough. I went ahead and I sterilized that and I donated that to somebody. I gave that away. And about maybe a year and a half later, so I bought another one. No improvements. The unit worked the same. The unit looked the same. Once again, you just put Energizer and Duracell batteries in the unit. It will be more powerful, but yet not powerful enough. You know what I mean? Okay, so kind of the same thing with that. I sterilized that unit as well. I donated. I gave that away to a friend because there's always, friends and people that want to try these devices. You know what I mean? And then I got a third one. Now, this might be my third one, or it could be my fourth one. I know I like to blow and waste a lot of money, literally, okay? But when you have crazy bad sinus problems like I do, what extreme will you not go to? You know what I mean? I would do anything, with the exception of another failed surgery, of course. But I'm willing to try things homeopathic, at home remedies, things like that. You know what I mean? Okay. So this is the third or the fourth one. I will say definitely no improvements. The unit's the same. I found with this device though, that whether this is my third or fourth one, whatever it may be, I'm going to get rid of this one as well. So I'm going to sterilize this one. I'm going to give it away as well. I feel what has happened here with this third or fourth unit, for me personally, that what it has been doing, it is pushing the bad junk and gunk in my sinuses. It is pushing it into places that it shouldn't be. Okay, so I don't know if it's pushing it further into the sinus cavities, into the sinus membranes. If it's pushing the gunky, yucky stuff into places where it's kind of getting stuck, I am experiencing the like, oh, okay, the junk of the gunk is stuck like in my head, it's stuck in my face, it's stuck down where my ears are, like the eustachian tube, maybe the eustachian tube between, the ears and, ear, nose, and throat. Everything's interconnected, right, you guys? So I feel like it might be pushed into my ears, and I have had a lot of fullness in my ears. I will definitely say this about the Navage. If you feel like you have a sinus infection, don't use it. If you feel like you're getting a sinus infection, don't use it. If you are completely blocked, clogged, and stopped up, don't use it. Because when you use it during any of those events, it seems to make it worse, exasperate it. You know what I mean? It just makes it worse for me, and seems to be pushing mucus and gunk and maybe even bacteria and nastiness into places that I don't want them. My ears will stay extra stuffy. My ears will stay extra full. My eustachian tube is whacked up. My equilibrium's kind of off. My balance will be off. And my nose would be more stopped up. And another thing, the sinus, cavities that are like around where your orbital bone and like where your eyebrows are, that eyebrow pain above your eyebrows and kind of around your eyes, it seems to push that mucus and bacteria and fungus and whatever else possibly might be gunked up inside there into places that it shouldn't be. So, and it's kind of like a learning curve with this product as well, and this is my third or fourth unit, and I've been using them for however many years now, who knows, but a long time. And I feel like if you're going to use the Navage, number one rule of advice, besides changing the batteries to, Duracell or Energizer, besides that, use it when you feel good, okay, if that makes sense. Use it when your sinuses are free flowing. Use it when you're not stuffy. Use it when you're not blocked up. Use it when you don't have a sinus infection. Use it when you feel like you're not getting a sinus infection, if that makes sense. So if you feel that you're breathing good, everything is free and clear, and I know that's kind of like, you're like, well, what's the point of using it? Because, if your sinuses aren't blocked or clogged up and you're not stuffy or muffy or post-nasal drippy or anything like that, you're like, why in the world would you use it? But I'm just saying that I feel that's when it works the best. You know what I mean? And, and come on, guys, this is not something you can use every single day. I mean, I know a lot of people do, but it's expensive. You have to replace the salt pods. Every day you will need a new salt pod. It would be ridiculous. It would cost several $100s per year to use. And I feel like it might be something that, even though it's just a salt pod, that might be something your body gets kind of too used to, or like more of like of addictive behavior. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, for this to alleviate or offer any amount of help, use it when you don't have a sinus attack coming on. You don't have chronic sinusitis. You don't have acute sinusitis. You're not getting a sinus infection, if that makes sense. So, in the event you feel like you get a day and you're like, okay, I wake up, no post-nasal drip, no drainage, no snot, no gunk, no blocked up nose, no whatever. Hey, I feel like a million. I am breathing great. I don't have an issue with any allergens or nothing. I'm going to use my Navage today. So other than those days where you feel real great, I wouldn't use it, because like I said, it was just pushing things and nastiness into places that it shouldn't have been. And I will say this as well, okay? back in February of, okay, we're still in 2020, unfortunately. Okay, right? You know what I mean? Okay, it's been a bad year. It's been a wacky year. It's been a weird year. I have had a number of great blessings this year, but also there's been a lot of curses this year for the entire world, if you know what I mean. So back in February of 2020, I kicked it off really good, and I had COVID-19 coronavirus. Okay, and I got that around Valentine's Day. I got it around Valentine's Day, and I was exposed to somebody obviously around Valentine's Day that had it around the 13th or 14th of February. So kind of in that time frame of Valentine's Day. By February 17th, I was full blown knocked out with the COVID-19 virus, whatever you want to call it. There's many other names to call it, but you know what I'm referencing, and I'm talking about this, nasty virus. So I got it in February, about the 17th, full blown. And immediately I reached for the Navage. And I will tell you this, that once again, there's my theory. I felt like I pushed the virus maybe into places that it should not have been. So instantly after using the Navage, everything went to my lungs. Everything went, because, obviously it's a virus that attacks your lungs. Of course, you know that. But everything went to my lungs, and it just went really bad from there. And my ears were killing me. My earache, I had earaches. Both ears were aching. I had an achy jaw on both sides. My throat swelled up. It was a misery. And I had the COVID for 3 darn weeks, and it took a long time to go away. So I stayed home. I stayed quarantined. I locked in my house. I avoided contact with everybody, and it was 3 long weeks, and it took me to, get better. But, I'm overall a healthy person. I'm a young person. I was able to kick it, you know what I mean? So you can survive it. But, and I'm also, my lungs are in really good condition. I have never smoked, and I don't drink or anything like that. So I've never drank, I've never smoked, and I don't vape, and, I don't, smoke other things, either. So I have completely, my lungs are in good condition, right? That's basically what I'm saying. I have, cute little virgin lungs, if you will. So I was able to get over the COVID-19, and it took me 3 weeks. But what I'm saying is that when I first started getting those symptoms and I started feeling like, okay, I've got something definitely going wrong with me. And before I figured out even what I had, I used the Navage, and I felt like it completely pushed it into my ears. It pushed it into my lungs, and I got so much sicker, and I was like, I wish I had an oxygen tank here at home. I wish I even had a respirator, a ventilator, or whatever. But anyhow, what I'm saying is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and stop using the Navage, and that's just my personal take on it. Like I said, this is my 3rd or 4th unit. I have a lot of experience with it. I had hoped the product had got more improved. I had hoped it got more powerful. The suction power seems to just be enough to push the nastiness into places that I don't want it to go. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. I don't want balance issues and my equilibrium thrown off and eustachian tube problems. And okay. But anyhow, that's it, you guys. That's a wrap on that. I love you guys. I want everybody to, I hope everybody already had, Thanksgiving has already passed. So hopefully you had a beautiful Thanksgiving. And I want you to have a beautiful Christmas, a happy holidays, and anything and everything else that you celebrate. I want that to turn out beautiful as well. And I want everybody to be as happy as they can be, jolly as they could be, and definitely as healthy as they could be. And I already know you guys are already beautiful, so you've already got that down pat. Now, let's just all work on, the happiness and embracing life, embracing the situations that have happened and have gone on, and, keep moving forward and be as happy as you can be. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of things that are out of everybody's control. And yeah, we've got this. You know what I mean? Just stay happy. Just stay upbeat. You know what I mean? And yeah, and we all want nastiness like this virus to go away. You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah. Okay. And I know, and everybody's tired of wearing a mask. Okay. And that's that. And that's that. You know what I mean? Okay. It would be very nice to be able to go to the store like we used to be able to do and breathe the air and, and not have to be wearing a mask. But anyhow, I love you guys. Stay beautiful. Stay handsome. You guys are awesome.